is the management. Management reports include time clock. If you track your hours through Helios, if you require employees to clock in, report gives you the clock in and clock out times and calculates the hours. And the one option here that a lot of people miss would be the revenue clock in. If you're, depending on how you have your employees clock in, anybody using the cash drawer would be considered a revenue clock in. So you'd have to check that box. If you had other clock ins, like if you had, like we were talking about, gym trainers or hairstylists that don't handle cash, but you still track their clock ins, they would be non-revenue clock ins because they're not actually handling the cash. And the sales code report lets you break it down by product, services, or miscellaneous. You can also further break it down by divisions and departments. But it allows you to view and list all of your sales codes. So like you'd mentioned earlier, if you wanted to see what codes of yours were miscellaneous, you could run this report and just check miscellaneous, and would let you track down those codes you were looking for. Credit card checking transaction is, literally just that. It's the credit card approve or declines for whatever date range you specify. Receivables would be clients with outstanding balances, whether you allowed them to do an IOU or have in-store credit. I think mostly anymore receivables just refers to rejected EFT balances, which would be automatically delinquent, but this would let you view all accounts are just delinquents. So if you had somebody, if you did allow in-store credit and was on a payment plan, this would show their balance, and the all accounts would, whereas just delinquents would just show everybody who's past due. And the employee list, it's a report list of your employees. The report is commonly used just for displaying employee contact information such as name, number, and employee code. So literally just that, just a name of all of your employees. The client status report displays view all customers who have current packages, memberships, bonus bucks, or prepaids remaining, and just lets you know what you have outstanding to any customers. So you can see customer B has 2 money banks, and so just lets you know what customers have. The duplicate list, it's a report that displays possible duplicate clients. Report can be used when client duplicate entries need to be removed. I know, an easy typo, sometimes a customer or a cashier can accidentally create a new customer when it should be an existing. This will scan the database and try to find duplicate clients. The employee should have gotten a prompt if they entered the information exactly the same, saying they're already the customer with this information. Are you sure you want to save? But most employees don't bother to actually read the screen sometimes, and we'll just hit OK and create a new client. The credit card expiration report is really good for EFTs. It just lets you know if anybody has a card on file, and it will let you know. So if I ran the report for May, it would let me know if anybody has credit cards that are set to expire this month. So that way, if you're proactive about it, you can contact customers before your draft and see if, in this case, you can run it for June and have customers have employees try to contact customers and update their credit card information before they draft. Membership report, it's a report that just displays memberships. And you can pick all memberships, or you can pick which membership if you're looking for a specific membership. It just displays the clients with those memberships or all, and the expiration dates for the given date range. The bed usage report displays equipment usage. You can view detailed bed information such as average session time, lamp life remaining, total time used, and totals per membership. The zip code report just displays gender and client counts per zip code. So nothing too fancy there. The one night you can do it by top clients as well. So if you're just looking for the top, 10 clients in a specific zip code, you could use that option. The EFT maintenance report displays customers that have a current EFT membership but are not being billed, so kind of inactive customers. The report can also be used for displaying client EFT information such as bank name and routing number, monthly draft amount, billing date, membership begin and expiration dates. Referrals displays how many clients were referred by a specific type. A report can be useful for gathering information about revenue generated by a specific referral method. I apologize. The Super Duper report, it's just an overview of revenue by membership type and equipment type. It's useful for quickly seeing your most profitable memberships and beds. And we'll see if I can get any data to pull on this one. Yeah, so this one, it breaks down memberships and lets you know the membership revenue, the package revenue, the equipment type. This is everything combined. The next page breaks it up for you. But it's useful to see, what memberships are earning money for you. And number 16, the voided sales report. It's just that. It lists voided sales. It includes voided sales within a specified date range. Additional report functions include the ability to view voids by room number, cashier code, and payment method. The membership life report tells you how many memberships you have and the average life of those memberships. So would let you see, if customers are keeping their EFTs for a while or canceling within the first month if you're offering a promo price, and then after the first month they immediately drop, things like that. The profile audit lets you see master edit changes to packages. The report displays client profile and master edit changes. It's a useful management tool for tracking date, time, and password used to make those changes within a given date period. So, if an employee master edits on a free membership for someone, the profile audit report lets you see all changes like that within the date range you run it for. And customer count. This report is commonly used to view transactions and or tanning sessions within a specified day within a week. And like I said, you can view either the transaction count or the tanning counts. Like I said, it just totals those up for you. The new client report lists all new clients within a date range. Reports commonly used to display the clients within the range or a specified department and division. Bonus buck report. I know bonus bucks would show up on the client status report, but if you're just trying to track down, who you have outstanding debt to, if you put quotations around that, but it just lists customers with bonus bucks. The exception report. By default, this report shows voided transactions for the specified date range. It also has the optional ability to show discounts or flag sales codes. I think some salons that I know of will flag their miscellaneous start code to make sure it's not being abused, just so that it's flagged so it shows up on the daily sales. But the exception report, if you're just looking for flag sales codes, that option is here. The employee schedule report, it's not currently working because there is no schedule function within the program. The client retention report, this one kind of hard to explain until you get in playing with it, but it lets you, if you put in a date range, you don't want to use today's date range in the second box. You want to backdate it a bit because it looks for lost customers, basically customers that haven't returned, that had a membership but that haven't returned after the date range you specify. So if you put in, let me go back a bit so I know where the sales are. so in this case, so customers that had a package but that haven't returned after that specified date range. And this report shows that we lost a third of our customers. And the client notes report, it does just what its name says. It just lets you view all customer notes that were entered for a specified date range. The no sale report just lets you know how many times the drawer was opened. It's a date and timestamp of every time F3 was hit if you guys are using the cash drawer within Helios. The EFT freeze report allows you to see membership freezes that will start or end within the dates you pick. So if you're looking for, before you run your draft, you could see customers who are going to be frozen or ones that are going to end. EFT reciprocity. This one would be good for chains like you guys that share all the data. The report is, as the description that was written by the developers, this report is designed to aid in the calculation of reciprocal EFT revenue between locations, especially in a franchised or licensed relationship. This report is most effective when the specified date ranges include the whole month instead of partials. This prevents the opportunity for EFT revenue to be excluded from the source location and subsequently not properly reimburse the target location. And the tax audit report. Again, this one, it's a lot of data that would be useful if you were audited, but the way it was explained to me by the developers who came up with the description, this report is designed to provide raw data to aid in a tax audit. It was developed through feedback of Helios salons that have been audited by excise tax compliance. This is also a good report to use an export to CSV function in order to be able to filter and sort the data as a spreadsheet as opposed to viewing all of it in a static printed format. The report is broken up into 4 categories: all transactions within a specified date range, transactions with sales tax only, transactions with excise tax only, and transactions with both sales and excise. Depending upon your tax situation, one or more of these categories may or may not be included simply because there are no transactions in that category. For instance, if tanning services are not subject to sales tax in your area, there would be no transactions that have both sales and excise tax applied. And fingerprint exempt. This report, if you guys are using a fingerprint scanner, this report just shows all clients who had the exempt FP checkbox checked within the specified date range. It also shows the employee time and date when the box was checked. So this concludes our overview of the management reports.